course my dog goes crazy as soon as I start my stream, bruh. It's not a Ploto Gaming stream without my dog going crazy, but what is going on, everybody? Welcome to yet another Ploto Gaming stream where we are going to be... Yep, that is my dog. We are going to be answering the question of Arthur as well as commander swaps. It's going to be a really, really fun stream because we have some special guests here. We have Ruz as well as Dom from the King's Codex, the one-stop shop for everything Rise of Kingdoms related. What is going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo. So, Dom is, one of the leadership of 2885. Shout out to them for taking the refugees of 2268 into your KD. That's how we're connected. And then Ruz is my Path of Exile guild officer. So we got two experts in the field, two individuals that are also heads of the King's Codex to guide us through our little presentation today. And we're going to be going over Arthur as well as commander swaps. And these are two really, really big changes. I guess I wanted to start off with you guys. Like, what do you think of the changes that were announced this weekend with these two, specifically the King Arthur and the commander swaps?
Dom, you can go first.
Yeah, Arthur is gonna be like he's the first new commander in the game for the 10th generation, obviously. And with the commander swaps, it's gonna help every player out in the game, not just new players. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think the commander swap event is like actually so lit as well. It's a huge dub. Most people were expecting like 50k plus gems. Like Ploto, how many gems were you expecting it to cost? Like,
I didn't know. I was thinking more so like I was thinking 25k, to be honest, around that.
Yeah, I was thinking 20 to 25 as well. I think that's a good shot.
Just because Rise of Kingdoms has been so good to us lately because the changes have been crazy. This commander swap being on top of it, like 12k, but we're gonna go into the commander swaps in a bit here. But yeah, Dom, what were you saying?
I know. I was thinking if you consider how much it actually costs to max a commander, like for 12k gems and $50 is like a steal. So everybody should get them. Yeah.
Talk about commanders. We are gonna go over Arthur Pendragon. Is he a must-max commander? Is the question we're gonna be answering. Where will he be available? He will be available in the Wheel of Fortune. The best value, of course, is 10 spins at 4.4k gems or 100 spins at 69.2k. But yeah, make sure you save up those gems when Arthur comes out. I think he will also come out in an event in Rise of Kingdoms that'll be out, but after that event, he'll be available on the Wheel of Fortune. What does he do? This is going to be very, very simplified, and the way that we're going to be doing this is I'm going to go ahead and say my point form notes, and Ruz and Dom are going to go ahead and go into the details as to the nook and cranny of every skill. So skill 1, there's a lot of text here, but what I got from it is a big AoE damage. It is a ton of AoE. I think the single most AoE damage in Rise of Kingdoms that we have per target. Yeah. So if primary, it is 2 AoE combo attacks, and if secondary, it is direct damage factor. So I guess Dom, you could go into the details here.
Okay, yeah. So it's obviously AoE 1000 rage. As primary, you get 2 combo attacks on the same turn on 3 targets. And it's 1,400 direct combo attack damage. And these 2 combo attacks happening on 3 targets, it's going to be 6 instances of combo attacks going off. So that's really nice. The secondary, he's doing 2,800 skill damage factor on 3 targets. So this is what Cav players have been wanting for a long time, so it's going to be really good. And then, of course, 50% reduction for every additional target that hits it. I also touch on combo attack damage. It's affected by bonuses to normal damage. So arch formation, delta formation, this is going to be nice for that. And combo attacks can also trigger any effects triggered by basic attacks. So this is going to synergize with like your talent trees, any passive skills that includes basic attacks, even your accessories is going to benefit from this. So it's looking really good.
Yeah, I mean that dagger, man. If you have 6 chances to proc a dagger proc for that decrease in health is absolutely insane. So really, really strong skill to start off with. A ton of AoE damage. And then the second skill here is Cav March Speed. So this commander gets March Speed as well as if it's attacking field troops, it gains Cav attack and Cav health. You want to go into any details here, or?
Yeah, so this is just what we would normally see, right? It has good amount of March Speed, 20%, and it specifies here field troops only, where you would get these stats on it. So it's a nice attack, nice health bonus you would see usually on Cavalry. So this will not benefit you when you're swarming a rally or swarming a flag, for example.
Yeah, I mean, for this tells me that you want to be consistently attacking a field troop at all times to make sure you get that extra attack and health. So, really, really strong skill there. A lot of stats, especially from the Gen 10 commander, the first Gen 10 commander in the game. Skill number 3, if primary, bonus to combo attacks. If secondary, bonus to skill damage. And if attacking a field troop, 3x the original bonus. So, yeah, it's really interesting because if we go back to even the primary skill, it's like there's 2 different commanders if he's primary or if he's secondary. But yeah, what do you guys think of this second or this third skill rather?
Yeah,
I mean, lets him be pretty versatile is the main thing. Like he gives so many equal bonuses to both combo and skill. So it doesn't really matter what your investment is. Like with formations especially, like if a lot of people tend to go all in on like arch, some people like all in wedge. You can like really take advantage of that.
Yeah, similar to like Shijar, right? So he has like 2 ways to deal damage, not just one.
Yeah, so this is a ton of extra, like 3x original bonus. The original bonus being 10%. If you're attacking a field troop, it's just 30% extra skill damage or 30% extra combo attack bonus is absolutely insane. So that's going to be a really, really strong skill to increase the already damage nuke that Arthur has in that primary skill. 4th skill, if attacking a field troop, if combo / direct damage reduces the target rage, and if active skill increases march speed. Is there anything you wanna add here?
Yeah, so it specifies attacking a field troop. So if it's primary, whenever it's a combo, so it's going to be whenever he launches a combo attack, it will include things like his active skill, Arthur's expertise, the new talent tree, Iron and Steel, is also going to work with this, and other commanders doing combo attacks that you pair with him, maybe like Luce in Artifact case, for example. So when he's secondary, it's only going to benefit from the active skill. So you have a 30% chance to reduce the target's rage by 100% for 2 seconds or 2 turns, and a cooldown of 5 seconds. So I'm still waiting to see this out on the field. I'm going to see if it's like an AoE reduction or it's just going to be like a one-way thing. But I'm hoping it's AoE.
Yeah.
And the March speed is obviously good though.
That is true. It says chance to reduce target's rage by 100%. By 100 every second for the next 2 seconds. Is it going to be the target that you're attacking, or is it going to be the target that the AoE gets hit by? We will have to see with the testing. But overall, still a lot of rage reduction. That's like what, 200 rage. Good. So that's going to be a solid debuff for sure. And then the expertise. If primary, chance to launch an extra combo attack, and then a combo attack after that, and a combo attack after that. If secondary, chance to launch extra direct damage. So this expertise is absolutely insane. I'll let these two have their thoughts on it.
Yeah, so the primary you get a 50% chance to do an extra combo attack. But how this thing is going to work is in the same turn, there's also going to be a 25% chance to do it in the second one. And then there's going to be a 12.5% chance to do a third one. So you could get really lucky on one turn and do like a bunch of combo attacks on the same turn.
Yeah.
That's where that was really good.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of damage for these two. The combo attacks, and then even the direct skill damage is absolutely insane. Where you get direct damage factor equal 50% of the direct damages factor. Oh my gosh, what is that sentence?
Yeah. So this part I really like a lot because there's no cooldown on this. I've also asked around for a couple people about this. So this is also it says when your troop deals direct damage. So it can be your primary or it can be your secondary. So yeah, that's where it gets really good.
There's gonna be no cooldown on that. So it's just like your primary and your secondary. That's gonna be insane.
It's big damage, yeah. And it says additional damage, so latent power is back, and it's actually going to be useful for once with this skill.
Alrighty. Let us go into... This is a recap. Again, what does he do? Skill number 1, big AoE damage if primary, 2 combo attacks. 2 AoE combo attacks if secondary, direct damage factor. Skill number 2, Cav March Speed if attacking field troop, Cav attack and health. Skill number 3, if primary, bonus 2 combo attacks if secondary, bonus to skill damage if attacking a field troop, 3x to the original bonus. Skill number 4, if attacking a field troop, if it's combo / direct damage, reduce target rage if active skill, March Speed and expertise. If primary, chance to launch extra combo attacks. If secondary, chance to launch extra direct damage. So what does he do simplified is huge AoE damage, 2 commanders in 1 essentially. Primary does combo, secondary does skill, and it has a ton of March Speed, attack, and health. Reduces target's rage and is an open field commander. So the question is, what is he missing? With all of this stuff that we were talking about, he has all of this. What do you think Arthur's missing? Chat, what do you think Arthur is missing here? Because when I was thinking about it, it was really, really hard to think of the downside to Arthur because of how strong he looks. You could look at previous commanders, for example. Belisarius Prime doesn't have AoE, or there's always some hole to a commander. What we were able to come up with is he is missing some tankiness, and he can't really swarm that well. I guess I could go to you two. Why are these two missing, and what do you think of these weaknesses, quote unquote?
I mean, he'd just be too broken if he had these. It's as simple as that. Like he's outputting so much damage that it has to be a little bit offset by not missing a lot of tankiness, right? I mean, he has 20% health, but he's still missing, stuff like we see a lot of skill damage reduction, we see a lot of normal attack damage reduction, and things like that. Yeah, I mean, it's 20% health. It's not really going to cut it that much. His primary tree also doesn't really give him that much from combo. It doesn't work like support does with emergency protection and stuff like that. Or even the attack tree has some defensive stats. But yeah, and then obviously with not being able to swarm well, he loses all of his buffs from his second and third skill when hitting anything that's not a field troop. Yeah.
Yeah, unless
pretty
someone
rough.
is attacking you while you're swarming, then you
yes.
get that. But...
You gotta get the homie to swarm you while you're swarming, so you get the extra stats.
Yeah, that's the new play.
But yeah, so those are 2 weaknesses. So let us go into the question: is Belly better than ... Because in the past we've had streams where we're talking about the best Cav commander, and before people were talking about Joan of Arc. So is Belly better than Joan of Arc? What do you guys think? What does chat think? What do you two think?
Well, I prefer Belly Prime more, just because it puts all damage on all of your marches, not just one. It's great on swarming. It's very fast in the field. It barely takes any AoE damage, and for a single target, like Huo Belly, for a single target march, it's really disgusting what that march can do. But
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's no, it's Belly. Why did I say Belly? I forgot to put the text. Is Arthur better than than Joan?
Oh yeah, Arthur is
Yeah.
10 times better, way better than Joan.
Well,
Gets
Yeah,
two
so
rockets.
like people always love Huo Joan, so Huo Arthur would just be like Huo Joan on steroids. That would,
Mhm.
this is
that would be my
awkward.
take.
Can you tell we made the slides an hour before this stream? But yeah, is Arthur better than Joan of Arc? The answer is yes. So that would make him in the top of our Cav investment priority list. As of now, this is speculative, of course. This whole stream is for funsies, and all the information isn't finalized. But from what we know, from what we understand, Arthur is the number one Cav investment priority. The second after that would be Joan of Arc. After that would be Huoqi Bing. And then I'll let you guys explain the third one, being Belisarius Prime. Do you guys want to talk about this listing? Any arguments about this, or?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see if anyone disagrees, and then we might have some problems.
All right, chat. What do you think of this cavalry investment priority list? Arthur, Joan of Arc, Huoqi Bing, Belisarius. Honestly, before I was talking to these guys, I was actually surprised about Belisarius Prime, but now thinking about it, it's like, yeah, that all damage is kind of crazy.
I mean, okay, when people say like Belisarius is a whale march, it's not very true. Belisarius is a commander or like an investment for people that already have 5 marches. Like it's just as simple as that. And a lot of old players, like even if you're a low spender at this point, that have been playing since especially like the very early days, you're gonna have 5 marches no matter what these days. And a 60% damage buff to your entire fight, like this is only looking at 5. So if you're a low spender and you only have 5 marches running the KVK, at minimum it's gonna be a 60% perpetual damage buff on all of your whole murder ball. To put it into perspective, Twilight Falls is a 20% skill damage buff to your murder ball. This is a 60% buff to your whole ball. Like it's such a huge buff that I don't think a lot of people realize. And it's not just skill damage; it's all damage too. So it's affecting, obviously smite. It's affecting normals. It's actually a lot more than just 3 times the comparison with Twilight. But yeah,
I think Rez should play the game again.
Yeah, we had a good KVK, me and Genie.
Okay, there you go.
I think what Arthur and Belly have in common that's becoming more popular these days is rage reduction. You see, both of those have that equipped on their skills now. I mean, you can even smash Arthur and Belly together. That would actually be a very annoying combo in the field too.
Oh my gosh.
To deal with.
Imagine you have Arthur Belly, and then like people play dot mode or whatever. So then you were just trying to like unload your skill, but then your skill bar just keeps going down and down. It's like I can't.
It's literally turning you turn the enemy commander into Edward, bro. Like it's literally a 200 rage swing. It's absolutely insane. And that's just Belly alone.
Yeah, both of them are reducing the rage, right? So even after you gain all your rage, these two guys are gonna reduce your rage even more. So stolen that march completely.
Alrighty. So people are talking about Nevsky versus Hua. What do you think of Nevsky, and where would Nevsky be in the Cav investment priority for you guys?
I'm gonna put him slightly above William right now. I think Belly Prime is slightly above that because he does bring utility. He does bring rage reduction. He's great on swarming, and I feel like a lot of players that I've been talking with have been saying like their Nev Joan pairings have been training a bit worse than they did before. So Nevsky still a great march. Brings a lot of stats to the field. If they target Nevsky, there's a good chance you're gonna win that fight. But yeah, I like these 4 that you listed here a lot more than Nevsky currently.
So Nevsky would be 5th. Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. So that's a Cav investment priority. Let me see. Nevsky Arthur will be most tankiest and most damage dealing March. Best Arthur pair. What are people saying about Attila Takeda? That is actually the next segment of the stream. The best Arthur pair. Speculating the best Cav marches here. But we're gonna be talking about the best Arthur pairs first. The first one being Hua with Arthur. I'll let you two go into detail about why you think this will be the Arthur pair to go to, at least speculatively right now, without any testing, just looking at the skills. Give us a recap as to why you think this is going to be a really good pair.
Like Huo, we all know Huo. Low rage cost. Both of them do a 30% boost to skill damage. And Huo also brings additional skill damage on his expertise. And Arthur's expertise is just going to bring that extra additional damage to the play too. So how fast this March hits on field and with the AoE, it's going to be completely broken. I don't even think there would be a combo that can beat this.
So you think this will be the on release of Arthur? This will be the best combo in the game.
This would be the best combo in the game, I think. Yeah.
Damn. Okay, that's high praise. Rez, do you have any thoughts about this combo? Anything to add?
Oh no, I agree. I think that it's gonna be turbo busted. I mean, like Huo, like Dom said, it's all about like machine firing skills and just stacking a bunch of like offensive stats. And I think that's absolutely what Arthur wants. Like it's literally his greatest amplifier, I think, in terms of like running Arthur secondary. But yeah.
And Huo has the sustain too with the healing, so
yeah, and he has like he has defense buff as well.
Oh
That's
my
like 35
god! Wait, I'm trying to imagine these two in fucking altars. Holy crap!
It's gonna destroy.
No, you should be thinking an arc, bro. Think of how much AOE is gonna be happening in an arc match, in like mid with this combo.
I would say
absurd.
though, the talent tree is gonna change a bit since you're gonna have to pick up latent talent with this, so you probably don't need feral nature for this. Then I would.
Wait, did they change latent to actually work with like for it to say additional damage?
Yeah, it works now with that. So Arthur is gonna give Huo a chance to do additional damage, and Arthur is also gonna do additional damage. It's just gonna be really broken.
Yeah, it's gonna be so broken, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, that is the first pair for Arthur speculatively. The second pair is going to actually be Arthur primary, and that is going to be Arthur with Philip. Yes, the two new commanders here. Give us your thoughts as to why Arthur Philip is something on your radar.
Yeah, so Philip does the thing where you can proc your skill again too, and he also allows Arthur to do his skill again. So if that happens, Arthur is just gonna pop off with the combo attacks. You're gonna get so much rage. You're gonna trigger your accessories. You're gonna trigger all the skills tied to this as well. I would say though, all the combo attacks is gonna link up with Philip's damage as well that he does. So that's gonna go off a lot too. And just with how like Philip kits is with the damage boost on single troop type. Yeah, this is gonna be a crazy combo.
Yeah, I mean these two commanders, super strong, and when put together, super strong march. So I see a lot of people asking about pairs, and we actually have pairs for you guys. So as we were talking about, Hua with Arthur here is gonna be what we expect is going to be the best march in the game. So of course, speculating best cab marches, it'd be that Hua with Arthur. But with two marches, we would add Joan with Belisarius. Do you guys want to kind of give the rationale behind Joan Belly as the two marches, as a second march rather for Cavalry here?
Joan Belly. So Joan is still good for the team. You know, you do more damage with her, get more AoE off as well. Belly is bringing the utility for your lineup. It's basically doing the same thing Nevsky does, but better. So it's gonna be good. like a lot more players are switching to John Belly now than running Nev John.
Let's see what chat thinks. Joan Belly is so good. Is is the March squishy though? Is the March squishy?
I would say it's slightly lower than Nev Joan, but it does good. The only problem with Joan primary is it's a little bit fast, so you maybe don't want to get the tier 5 boots on her. Maybe leave that for like the last upgrade that you do.
Too fast. So don't give her the good kicks. Give her the beaters. Give her the the worn down shoes so that she doesn't run as fast and go die to a murder ball. But yeah, that is the second pair. The third pair. This is what you guys are thinking for 3 marches. Is going to be Hua with Belisarius Prime, Arthur with Philip, and then there we go. We have a Nevsky sighting with Joan of Arc. What is the rationale here?
I mean, this is like Hua Belly, Nev Joan. It's like two of the best calves currently, and then Arthur and Philip is gonna bring some nice extra synergy for that third calf march for the field. And yeah, these 3 combos are just gonna wreck everything. I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is honestly, these 3 marches are so strong. Like they're, I think we could say that Cav is back on top with how strong Arthur is, and then Philip being able to pair with Cav is definitely gonna increase that power.
Yeah, you might even say we're going back to the 2-2-3 meta with Cav being back, but I still want to see which other Cav is going to get released before we make like any big decisions on this.
That's true. There is going to be another Cav that's released, so if that's also field relevant, that'd be crazy. Ruz, do you have any thoughts of this March configuration for 3 marches?
No, I mean, it's just turbo broken. Like, the reason that this is possible is because Philip is just so versatile, right? Well, it's that Philip and Arthur are both versatile in a way that, like, Arthur, obviously, you can run as primary or secondary. So even if you didn't have, like, this exact lineup, you still have so many, like, really, like, pretty acceptable options with Arthur primary and then whatever secondary, or even, like, anything primary and then Arthur secondary. Just within cabs, but like with Philip, it just brings you like just the ease of being able to run a third march without having to bring in a weaker unit. Like a lot of people will probably default to just running like William somewhere here if they don't have Philip, but like with Philip, your ball is just insane.
Yeah, if you don't have Philip, you can probably just do like Nev Will, Huo Joan, and then you do like Arthur Belly, or you can do Arthur William as well, or Arthur Nevsky. Like Arthur is gonna.
It sounds like Arthur plus any Cav commander equal good Cav march from what I'm hearing.
So. Yes, the new Luce of Cavs.
Oh, okay. You know what you could do? You could do Nevsky Arthur and run the OG Awel march at Joan William, the pure buff.
Oh man,
that was something.
Yeah, there you go. So that is the speculative best 3 Cav marches. So let's talk about the talent tree, the new combo talent tree, and I'll let you two take the lead on this because I'm not a talent tree guy. So
okay, so I would say for number 1, 3, and 4, those talent trees, they do a lot of things. So let's go through them. So Blizzard of Blows. Whenever their troop launches a basic attack, it has a 10% chance to reduce the target's health by 1.5 for 3 seconds. And it stacks up to 5 times, so 7.5% total. And when multiple troops can stack it, so it means like when multiple Arthurs hit the same thing, this is going to stack up faster to 7.5%. So yeah, no quarter. Whenever their troop launches any type of combo attack, gains 15 rage. And now you can go back and look at Arthur's primary active skill. Remember, he does combo attacks 2 times on 3 targets, so it's 6 instances of combo attacks. So his active skill is going to trigger this 6 times. So it's going to be 90 rage total. His expertise is going to give you 15 rage. The talent tree that does an extra combo attack, but we'll get to that on Iron Steel, is going to give you 15 rage. And other comms in like Artifact KVKs with Luce is also going to give you more rage. So that no quarter skill is talent tree is broken. And then Force of Nature. Whenever this commander troop launches any type of basic attack, it has a 10% chance to gain 3% damage, bonus to damage dealt for 3 seconds, cooldown 5 seconds. And then Iron and Steel, whenever this commander's troop launches a combo attack or range combo attack, it has a 10% chance to launch an extra combo attack or range combo attack. Damage factor 250. And cooldown 10 seconds. So
that's actually pretty good, huh? Because like you were talking about combo
Yeah,
attacks, stacking buffs and effects for normal attacks, and extra is crazy.
Yeah, so this is where his primary active skill comes in. When he does 6 instances, it's gonna trigger all of these talents, and yeah, it's gonna be up during those turns. It's gonna be really nice.
Yeah, so I could definitely see a case for him being a primary commander. As you said, anyone plus Arthur, or Arthur plus anyone seems to be the way right now. Let me go to the chat because there's a lot of questions that people have. For example, if you have XY, William, Nev, Joan, Hua, and add Arthur, what are the best pairings? So say you add XY, take out the Philip from the best 3 pairs that we had earlier. Like, well, where do you pair it there?
Okay, so just XY instead of Philip.
Yeah.
And William. XY, William, Nev, Joan, and Hor. Yeah. I mean, isn't it literally just that?
I mean, I prefer. I kind of prefer XY. You really need very good gear to run that on the field, and it takes a lot of guts to keep that much out there.
XY?
Yeah, honestly.
Nah, if you see XY out in the open field, that's an insta swarm, bro. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, you need like full crit tier 5 gear for XY, otherwise I would probably leave it on the bench.
And the thing is,
You're probably better off running 2 marches.
You wouldn't want to put the full crit on the XY because there's better marches that could use that gear, so that's rough.
Yeah. I mean, it's going on the Arthur, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Or like the Hor. So I'd probably just run 2 marches, just do like Hor, Arthur, Nev's Joan. Seems fine.
I think Ever has a good point. He doesn't deal enough damage to justify having 0 tankiness. That's 100% true.
Yeah, he's too outdated, I think, at this point.
If I don't have go ahead, Dom.
I mean, XY does have some cool stuff with basic attacks too, but I think his damage is way too low. The dude's, when he gets caught in field, he's basically dead. So
he's done so.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. If I don't Hua or Philip, should I swap for Arthur Hua or Arthur Philip?
I think Arthur Hua for sure.
Okay.
Get your damage dealer first before you your damage lineup correct first before you like invest into an amplifier like Philip.
Can you run Arthur Philip with Wedge because not everyone has Delta yet?
I think wouldn't you rather Arch?
Yeah, that counter works what Arthur is doing. So you want to do Arch or Delta formation if it's primed.
By the way, let me go ahead. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you could run it like if you're doing Wedge, you could do Philip Arthur, and then if you want to rock your Wedge setup.
Maybe, just maybe, Chanra might work. The Chanra believers come out!
Oh my god!
Come out of the Woodstock! Chanra believers!
Guys. Okay. So you're gonna apply the stacks faster, but it's still just 4 stacks, and I mean, I think it's very loud in the field. So to spare us the headache, guys, just leave it on the bench. Yeah.
hey, but if you have Orleans. Chandra's goated, no?
Oh yeah, the debuffs. Yeah, that's a really good skill.
By the way, you guys asking all these questions. If you guys want these smart folks at your disposal 24/7, be sure to join the Discord linked in the pinned chat. It is the King's Codex. These two are the leaders of the King's Codex. So be sure to check that out, that Discord. Again, thank you to the two of you for spending your time here. But we're not done, because there was a second change, which is these commander swaps. So let me go ahead and pull up the second slide here. Present. There you go. And the transition was seamless. This is a new slide deck, just the exact same slide. So we have commander swaps, and I'll go ahead and set the stage a little bit for everybody, because I think people kind of forget the roots and the poverty that Rise of Kingdoms came from when it came to adjusting your commander. So we're gonna go ahead and ask the question, do you remember? Do you remember before we had this and before we had this? Before we had the commander skill reset and before we had the commander lock? Because I will tell you guys right now, I had an account before the account I played, but I made a brand new account because there's no commander locks. There's no skill locks, rather. There's no skill resets. So I've leveled all my commanders to level 40, level 50, not knowing the repercussions. And before, you had to do a commander lock, or skill lock rather. Before, the way you did skill lock was you would level up 1 star, get that first skill to 5, level up to 2 stars, then get that skill to 5, level up 3 stars, and then get that skill to 5. So you couldn't star up your commander, or else you would have to expertise it before it'd be relevant. So they added the skill lock, thank God. They added the skill reset. Of course, it was 3 months after I created my new account, but they added that. And now they have even one-upped themselves by adding the commander swap. Round of applause, Rise of Kingdoms, for finally listening to us. Woo! Man, this is a monumental change to Rise of Kingdoms. Legendary commander swap, absolutely huge. And we're going to be going over the details of it. But first, I want to go up to you two. What do you guys think of the commander swap as we know it right now?
It's really good.
Yeah.
I
think it's so good.
For new players, ending KVK Season 2, being just having that free will to max early legendaries, and then swap it to any Season of Conquest commanders. That's kind of dope. I wish we had that back in the day, but sadly not.
At least we have it now. How about you, Rez? What are you thinking as someone outside the game? Is this gonna bring you back in, reel you back into Rock, or?
Oh, hell no. But but the thing is, this is so good. As Don was saying, the old meta is you just sit there for 2 whole KVKs, and pre KVK 1, all those heads that you get, in typical gacha, the whole thing is you just spend all the dice or whatever it is, and you try to open up a good commander instantly, and then you invest in it, right? It's not really the case here, because not a lot of the ones, especially the main thing is gold keys, right? They don't really translate that well into endgame, in this game particularly. So you end up just getting stuck holding, all your heads, and you often see all these new players. I mean, especially now Discord, they come in saying, "Oh, what commander should we max?" I see it in the Rock Discord, and most of the time the answer is just hold on to your heads until you reach KVK 3, and then max 1, 2, or 3 of these new SOC commanders they can get off the wheel. So I think already that is just a huge jump in just the early game experience. Like Dom said, you just be able to max anyone you feel or think is cool. If you're Redline and you think Trajan Honda is very cool, I mean, obviously you can't have Trajan Honda in KVK 1, but if that's what your heart desires, max a Trajan Honda, and you just swap them out. Start of KVK 3, it's not even that bad.
The most fun I had back in the day was with Saladin YSG, Alex YSG, those pairings. Like
Yeah.
players can like really enjoy those now and then.
Wait, pause that. Do you remember when Saladin YSG was a garrison?
Yeah.
Yes.
Saladin.
It's still being used as a garrison in other
Yeah,
games.
it's still meta, bro.
It was a garrison and a rally. That pair was
Totally correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Oh,
crazy stuff. We're finally able to tell new players that yeah, you could max this and you could do that. So
yeah.
this is a big W for Rise of Kingdoms, in my opinion, a big update. But let's go ahead and go into the details. Let's go into the nitty gritty of what we know so far about the commander swaps. So commander swap details: you can swap twice. Can't swap Gathering plus VIP plus Ethelfled commander. So there's some commanders you can't swap. So if you have like 10,000 Ethelfled heads, you still can't swap the Ethelfled. Sorry about that. You can't swap your Hannibal Barker or Minamoto. But you can't swap the Ishidas, Cleopatras, and Sundioks of the world. It has to be a recruited commander. So you already have to have the commander in your roster. And you have to be sure to do your swaps before migrating. Is what I saw, because during this event you will not be able to participate even if you migrate or whatever. So yeah, so be sure to do all those things. That's the only restrictions we've seen so far. And again, this is test server footage, so they might change things. But thus far, it does look like we can swap gold head commanders or gold key commanders, which is probably what most people will be doing, especially the older accounts. Let's go ahead and talk about the swap cost, because this was a big point of speculation, I guess. People were saying, oh, this is going to cost an arm or leg. This is going to be super pay to win or whatnot. But I saw some people thought it would be 50K. Ruz, you and I thought it'd be 25K. And the actual gem cost is 12K gems. And the bundle cost, if you want to do the second swap, will be $50. Because you could see in this previous screenshot, this is the $5 tier, $5 USD. It gives you 12 swap tickets, and you could buy this 10 times, which would equal the 120 tickets needed to swap from 1000 to max. So, in all honesty, this isn't as bad as it could have been. There is still a pay-to-win element, but it's crazy to say, but $50 in Rise of Kingdoms isn't the end of the world. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the cost?
That's insane. I don't think anyone. I mean, obviously there were like some rumors about it, but I don't think anyone truly believed it would be that low. But I guess
Get it now.
you know,
Like get the Google cards and the Apple cards going.
Yes.
Or ask the king to donate flux. Like, just get this shit. Like,
Pop the
Oh
Minamotos.
yeah,
Pop
true
the
actually,
Minamotos.
dude. Wales could just gift flux like easily for that bundle. Oh my god, you know the fun, like it's if you think about it, because 12K gems is $50, right? So it's literally $100 for 2 commanders. That is the cheapest, dude. That's
Sure.
like so insane to think. $100 for 2 commanders.
there's a play. You just go in your Kingdom Discord. You say, we're working on Kingdom goals, and we need all the players in our kingdom to get this. And then you just start like a funding. Yeah. Get like a flux funding going.
Just start crowdfunding flux.
Wally was like, don't hype it up too much or else they'll increase the price. You know what? This is barely enough. You know, it's good enough that we'll buy it, but if you make it a bit more expensive, then we won't buy it anymore. How about that?
I don't know about that. Yo, raise it at least 25, I'll still buy it.
Oh my gosh. This guy's the type of guy at school, like, hey, did you forget the homework, miss? Or like...
Hey, I'm the type of guy, I'll message support, I'll be like, yo, this is looking a little too low. I think you guys gotta raise it a little bit. It's looking a little bit too good.
They could scale it to like 200K gems. Like, it would still be good. Like, I think.
True. I mean, okay, the thing is, anything below, because daily commanders is like roughly $800, right? I think it ranges between 800 and 1,000 is what people are saying. I think based on actual math, it's like 800, but like on average, it's about 1,000. But like, yeah, already just looking at that, 800 for 1 commander off of dailies, like roughly, and you get 2 of them for 1/8 of the price. It's actually insane. Also, I forgot to mention this also helps. This also helps the old players that got stuck with like a really bad early investment. I don't know if we were planning to share that or something like later, but yeah, like oh my.
Someone like me, I was a full infantry
Oh
main.
right,
So,
okay, yeah, there, yeah.
All right.
yeah, there's my lineup.
I guess we can
so
transition to it.
I
Yeah,
can sub in.
yeah.
I can make some nice sub-ins, you know.
So this is Dom's infantry investments. You can see you got the Leo Max, you got the Herald Max, even the Honda Max. You could think about swapping if you want to. So who does this benefit? It actually benefits new players. It benefits the KVK 1 and KVK 2 players because as we were talking about before, you could play KVK 1 and KVK 2 and actually max like if you accidentally max double C because he's the poster child of Rise of Kingdoms and he ends up being bad, you have the opportunity to swap him out. If you're an experienced player and you know what you're doing, but you still want to spend your gold heads, you could, decide to max your Richard or max your Charles and with gold heads and not feel too bad about your investments because you can max those commanders without fear, max your Alex, max your Saladins we were talking about. It makes it so that you don't have to hold your gold heads until KVK 3 and SOC and actually enjoy the early game with legendary commanders. I think that's a big W. Older players can swap gold key commanders / non-relevant old investments such as the Leo, such as the Herald, to the commander that we were just talking about, to the Arthurs, to the Phillips, to the new meta relevant commanders. So it's a big W for both those players. What do you guys think?
Oh, I mean, I completely forgot about Honda, actually. Dude, Honda is literally just a straight up worse fill-up, if you think about it. Like, straight up downgrade. It's like, the like, Dylan and then the cooler Dylan? Like, this is literally it, right? So, I mean, for Dom, like, in Dom's case, for example, like, let's just say he didn't have Philip and he was missing Philip in his lineup. It's just an instant power-up to his account, swapping Honda to Philip. Like, someone you just don't use at all, like literally since the dawn of time, since he was released for like 1 KVK. And I mean, Leo was not bad, right? Like, I think a lot of people got a lot of value out of Leo, especially people who only invested a couple heads. But, I mean, obviously maxing is more of like whale things like Dom in Canyon. Like, that's where most of his value is. But yeah, I mean...
Yeah, Harold and Bakal and Tariq was just for like flag rally shenanigans, so that's all over with now too. So I don't really need it anymore.
Yeah,
I switched to mix now.
I mean, when I see Honda, I think of Cortex's famous Honda with Tommy March that he invested in.
Yep. He insta-maxed it, used it for 1 KVK, and never touched it again. But Hasta has a point though. CC Honda is the fastest march in the game, so there's always that.
So maybe keep.
No, my
Honda.
favorite like ex Honda combo was Scipio Honda. You know, back when it was still good. The other one, I used that a lot.
Alrighty, so this is who it benefits. Let's talk about the best commanders to swap from our perspective, and the way we're thinking about this is essentially like new commanders that people might not have. Or you could also second it as like what we value in terms of commanders in the game right now. But we'll go ahead and go commander by commander, and then we could give caveats based off the commanders. So Arthur, which is a commander that we just talked about, pretty much a no-brainer with how strong he is, how new he is. So you won't have him maxed already. Give us your thoughts about swapping to Arthur.
Yeah, he's gonna be like your new entry into the 10th generation meta. So he's gonna be a must grab for everyone, I think. And just because of the amount of damage he does, the AOE, he's fast in open field. He does all the good things you need,
There you go. The second commander is Liu Che. So even though Liu Che is a year old now, year and a half maybe. Still up here in this list. So why do you guys think Liu Che is the second priority?
He's still so busted, man.
Yeah, he's so. Like it's probably the most favorite command of probably most of the players in Rise of Kingdoms right now. So if you don't have him yet, probably get him, and you run either like Lucha Alex. So that's probably like a good go-to starting smite combo.
Alrighty. The third commander, Philip, if 5 marches. So you guys told me to put if 5 marches for Philip, but what's the rationale behind Philip in this list?
Yeah, so for Philip, if you're like more an older player and you already got your DPS marches lined up, like then you include Philip into your ball. He's gonna take like your strongest march, and you have like Zuge Herman, for example, and then you just split those up with Philip behind Zuge. He's gonna be an enhancer for your Zuge. Brings a ton of health for archers too. Behind Scipio Prime, he's also really good, so that's another option you could do. And now behind Arthur, I think he's gonna have a good role to play as well.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing about Philip is he's an enhancer, as Dom was saying. So you need to have your damage marches first. Make sure I would say you could even slot him in that 4th march if you really want to. Like you get that 1 cav, 1 archer, 1 imp, and then you could have a Philip march with whomever you want.
Yeah.
Another archer, cav, imp, just so that he amplifies damage. So you want to have the damage to amplify, with Philip. So I think that's 100% valid. Ruz, do you have any thoughts?
I mean, just in general, like this game is like you actually don't want to have very many support commanders, right? Like if you think about it, a lot of the murder balls just consist of just pure damage, and like you should always be focusing on just strengthening the pure power of your murder ball, because not only just does it straight up affect your trades, but it also affects it like damage output, right? So yeah, like just shy away from, actually like just straight up buffers, until you've got your damage, like the main damage dealers sorted, like everyone else is saying.
Alrighty, and then the 4th commander or commanders is Zuge or Herman. Why the two archers here?
Zuge's active skill, right? You do damage reduction, AoE, and Herman applies the poison stacks, also AoE to the whole ball. So that's tech you need for the murder ball. It's mandatory for probably any player in the game.
Yeah. So I think that pretty much sums up the swap. We were able to talk about the details. We were talking about the cost. We were able to talk about the commanders. So we'll go over questions in the chat. Do you guys have any questions in terms of Philip? In terms of Arthur, in terms of the swaps, and any general Rise of Kingdoms questions that these guys answer in the King's Codex. Again, be sure to check out and join their Discord pinned in the pinned comment. Let's go read some stuff. I saw some stuff here. Mim's asking if I should swap my Boudica with Herman.
Yes, ASAP. Like it's not even comparable. Herman is 10 times better than Boudica.
All right, there you
Which
go.
is sad though, because I thought Boudica would be like quite a big staple for a long time. I mean, I guess she was quite good, but yeah.
Her role now is more like niche for swarming. If you're doing like a Boudica Asher, it's still a good swarming match, but it's not comparable to Zuge Herman, which was the highest damage dealer until now, until Arthur came up.
Let's see. If you're an SOC for more than 2 years, and you don't have lead chat, I think it's time to swap the game instead of swapping the commander.
I mean, was that to that question? If I Scipio or do I get Ragnar or Liu? Isn't it always Liu? Yeah, I mean it's
Liu.
definitely always Liu.
If you like KP, get Liu. That's simple as that.
Yeah, if you're like in completely smashed on, sure, get Ragnar.
Hasta's
I mean,
asking
Ragnar
for-
still seems quite good. But
Ragnar is pretty good. But it is crazy that I know some people that are archer mains or cab mains that do not want to invest in infantry, so they don't have Liu. So I'm like, bro, Liu is the most versatile commander, I swear. He's just so good for everything. If you want a cheeseburger, you got that. Open field, you got that. Like he's good for debuffing. He's good in altars. Like he's good for everything. So, We have a hard question here from Hasta. Dom, give me your best 7 marches for the field. Damn.
Oh, is
7.
that including
Wait,
Arthur?
Yeah, I don't
we
know.
can check.
Do you want time? Do you want time for that? Or
Okay, best 7 matches. Wallace Liu, Scipio, Ragnar Scipio, Zuge Philip, Asher Herman, Huo Arthur, and then Joan Belly, probably. And then the last one you can do whatever there. So either get it like a tower march or you do an extra damage dealer.
there you go. Someone asking for
Honda
best
Tommy.
Honda Tommy. There you go. Someone's asking for the best 5 marches after Arthur arrives. I guess it'd be a similar answer.
Best 5 after Arthur. Okay, so it has to be Huo and Arthur. And probably Joan Belly. Then
Do you run 2 infantry?
now you do Zuge, Philip, and then same sequence, and then also like Luce Alex or Wallace Luce, and then Ragnar Scipio or Scipio Philip.
No Herman?
No, I already mentioned Herman, but he goes down to your second part, so it's either Zuge Herman or Zuge Philip, and then you just drop down the Herman.
Yeah, I see.
So it's one cav, 2 imp, 2 archers.
Yeah, 1 imp, 2 cav, 2 archers. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Question: when will Ruz actually start playing Rock again? Hey, leave my Path of Exile officer
Yeah,
alone.
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Leave my Path of Exile guild officer alone.
Man, grinding, bro.
Let's see. What do you think of Arthur plus Joan?
Okay, I would switch it around though. So Joan Arthur could work because the amount she fires the skills off twice, right? So it's gonna have some synergy with Arthur's expertise, giving you the additional damage AOE as well. It can be really good, but that barge can cost you if you're like close to a rally or a flag. It's gonna go down very quick, I think.
Lelouch asking,
Yeah.
swapping Guan for Ragnar. I think that's all. Hey, do you swap Guan for Ragnar?
Oh.
I would say if you're just a normal or like mid spender, maybe Ragnar Scipio is more user friendly, but there's bigger stuff to max at the moment. I think like Arthur. So.
Wait, why do you have to swap Guan though? Surely there's something else to swap into Arthur.
Yeah, get that El Cid in there. Swap the El Cid for.
I like.
Wait, is it confirmed that it's cross troop type, right?
Yeah, it is cross troop type.
Yeah, no reason for Guan then.
Like I like Ragnar Scipio. I used it already in KVK, but I'm thinking like 2 more Smite infantry are gonna show up, and if they also have combo attacks, they also have AOE. What are you gonna do with Ragnar Prime then? You know, so I've kind of had that at the back of my head. But yeah, like Guan Scipio is still good. Like Silence still does its work in the field if you have good gear on it. So if you don't need to get it, unless you're going into like a Britain KVK or maybe like another artifact KVK, it's good to get Ragnar.
Let's see.
But apart from that, maybe hold out.
Oh my gosh, the questions are flying.
When I started Rock, everyone's saying Guan was dying, but okay, the thing is Guan just doesn't fit in like. Okay, the reason that you say like you think like people say he's very good is because most people have had a Guan for a long time, so they haven't they haven't really upgraded their infantry march for a long time. So there's still like there's just other priorities. Like with Arthur coming out, they're not really interested in like upgrading like the Guan like after they've already got Liu and stuff like that. Like yeah, it's just a lot like lower spenders just can't afford to max like that many commanders.
Like
That's
Guan's role in field is just to you get that silence off, and all your other marches are gonna hit harder, you know. But it's gonna trade very bad at the end of the day, because Zuge Herman is just gonna delete the guans. And you can't swamp flags basically in these new KVKs anymore because all the stronghold pairings have anti-silencing or with Attila, so
Yeah,
it's really gross.
Let's see.
like he's nowhere close to your like in your top 5 matches at all at this point.
Do you think
That
Arthur
people will
could
just opt
be
into.
replaced with Nevsky? Sorry about that. Do you think Arthur could be replaced with Nevsky? I think so.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I don't
I
know.
mean, I wouldn't swap Nevsky onto Arthur, but if you're saying in terms of pairings, he probably does take up Nevsky's spot in your 4 if you have
I
Belly.
mean, like, if you have extra heads for the gold key commanders, that should be your go-to because you can just
Yeah.
max those again. Or you have like all the gen commanders you're not using anymore. Trade those in instead. Like Nevsky is
Yeah.
still good.
Bro, there has to be some like garbage commander that you're just straight up not using. Just pick that. There's no reason to be swapping like these 8th, 9th gen commanders for 10th gen when there's a, Martel sitting in your inventory.
Well, Arthur Hua Joan, or isn't there a clear option? Hua Arthur is better than Hua Joan from what we've been seeing.
Yeah, it's better.
Real question, is Belly Prime still in discussion for a 5 March lineup? I think so, from
Yes.
what we've been talking about. Just the all damage is crazy.
Yeah, Joan Belly or Huo Belly. Those like the good ones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the questions are going crazy.
Oh, Sargon is definitely gone. Definitely
yeah,
swap Sargon. That guy's trash.
Oh no!
Oh
You know
my
what?
god.
I have Sargon and Flavius I could swap.
Oh
just
my
gonna-
god, why did you pick Flavius?
Bro,
I'm just gonna mention it for all the Pakal haters out there. It was more Pakal was more valuable than Saga. There I said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I think Honda can go as well. Yeah, I think Honda Sargon both fit in the same boat.
Man, no way, Honda. That's like my rune march.
Oh my god. I mean, you can keep your Honda, bro. You better get rid of your Leo.
But yeah.
Someone's asking specific marches here. Ragnar, CPO, Nevjon, Liu, Alex, Yuki, Herman, Asher, Boudica. Just probably swap for get Arthur and get Philip in there and swap out the Nev out there, right? You got. Ooh, wait.
Wait, he mentioned Boudica. That's probably one
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
has
it
to
has
go.
to be Boudica for
So you could go Juge, Philip, Ash with Herman. That would
Yeah.
fix that. And
Yeah.
then you just go Joan Arthur. Does he? I'm guessing they don't have Joaquin Bing, right? So
Oh,
let
only one
me-
Cav match. Crazy.
Let me explain the whole thing about Zuge Philip and Ash Herman. Zuge Herman is the highest damage dealer for archers in the game right now, right? Ash Herman is the second highest damage dealer. And this pairing, it hits structures, rallies, it hits those harder than any other archer match would do. That's why I think if you split it up like that, your Zuge is still getting a lot of health from Philip. You're getting the march speed, you're getting the damage increase, and then your Asher is just like an upgrade now. So you put your Herman behind Asher, it's a lower priority on the field, so you get your poison stacks more off on the ball. It just sounds really good. So like use it and then test it out for yourself.
there you go. What do you suggest for 4th March after the 3 of each type?
4th March. Okay. I mean, then
Doesn't it depend on what he has?
Yeah,
3
if
of
it's
each type,
Cavalry,
so
then you're probably looking at like Attila or William, right? You sub those back in.
No, I think it's like
No. So like if he has one
one
march of each troop type,
Yeah. So what would the 4th March be? Would it be?
but it depends on what the specific marches are, I think.
Yeah, that's tough
Oh.
to answer.
Cavs all the way, man. Cavs all
I mean,
the way.
yeah, I think too much Cav is like too broken. Like, there's no way no one's not running
don't-
too much Cav.
Don't you dare do infantry or archers as your 4th March. You go cavalry.
Damn. Okay. Ploto, do I think Arthur Joan would perform better than Nevsky Joan? From what I'm hearing, Joan Arthur would perform better than Nevsky Joan. Yeah. People still hate on Philip. Think he's weak. Thoughts?
I mean, just any pairing with Arthur in it is going to be outperforming the pairing that doesn't have Arthur in it. It's as simple as that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Think about how
Arthur's.
you're fighting. Like
Mhm.
back and forth fighting. Philip has the march speed, he has the damage increase, he has the instant procs. That's how open fielding works. So he's enhancing your best commander.
Yeah.
It's not a bad march or a bad commander.
There you go.
And he's giving like damage reduction. He's giving all like it's just team-wide buffs.
Yeah, the
It's
buffing
too,
is
too
like
broken.
it's just cherry on top. I like his
Yeah.
other skills more.
Oh, I mean, yeah, for sure.
Joan Arthur's best single march 4K plus 3 target AoE plus 3,153 target AoE Arthur expertise to balance. It's Wa, Joan, Nev, Arthur all day. Okay.
In the sim today, Nev Arthur was winning versus Hor Arthur. But
Now,
isn't
Huo Arthur is next level, bro. I know you guys like the Joan, but you know Joan Private is very fast.
no
You can get-
Nev Arthur versus Hor Arthur. But isn't that because of like
The only way when Ned Arthur would be better is maybe swarming, because then you're adding extra stats on that march.
yeah, I think the only reason Nevsky wins in that 1v1 is because he has higher stats, like defensive stats.
Yeah, you take the
Because-
lower rage cost. Like rage is the way of the game.
Well, another thing in duels is it's what's it called? It's exponential winning. Like as soon if you're tankier after a trade, you're going to keep winning and winning and winning, because your higher troop count's going to go less. That's why duels are like
Oh,
not
I
that
don't
good.
do duels. I
Yeah.
only do 5v5.
Yeah. That's why medball testing is like the only true testing for field, and even then, it's like it doesn't even simulate 99% of like what actually happens in the field. You know, you're sitting under a flag, your trade immediately, or under a rally, your trade immediately goes down. Some random guy's hitting you, your rage is like already scuffed.
Hey man, I'm loving all these questions because these are all questions that you should be asking in King's Codex. These guys are available there
True.
all the time. Be sure to join the Discord. It's been active. They have a lot of what do you guys call them? Codex scholars to answer your questions. These are knowledgeable people. I've seen their chats. They literally go back and forth between commanders over and over again. So, these guys are the nerds of Rise of Kingdoms that you need. So be sure to check them out and join the Discord. We'll go over a couple more questions. I don't want to. I know Brad's like fucking 6 a.m. your time.
7.
Okay, even worse. Should I swap Elsid and Mulan? I can max both again. Yeah, 100%. If they allow gold key commanders, in my opinion, are the first commanders you should swap and then go from there. What are my 5 to 7 marches going to be, KL? That's going to be a different stream because I have no idea. I'll probably have these guys on to pick my fucking marches. I think that'd be fun.
Wait, so is this event? So do you get another swap at SOC or what? Like, how does it work?
Oh, for new players, the end of season 2 is permanent, but for stock players, it's only a once-off thing. So
okay, so what about the people in like KVK 3? Like, what do they get?
They're probably gonna get the same event we do.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, those
so
guys,
they're giving us, they give SOC and LVD one-time event to swap, and then they'll give KVK2 the event to swap, but then that one's permanent, right? So then no one, like from now, no one else is going to be getting another swap like that we know of above KVK3.
Yeah. That tracks.
Yeah. I mean that's how I took it as well. I think. Yeah.
I'll let you guys pick out the questions because there's so many questions. So I'll let you guys choose a question. Maybe 3 more questions, and then I'll let you guys have the rest of your day. Or
I mean, okay. What about Arthur Attila and Arthur Takeda? Yeah, we were. I guess we didn't really cover like other pairings, but I think in terms of Arthur primary, Attila secondary is going to be quite good. Like Attila and Philip are probably the 2 up there, or like Belly maybe.
The Attila synergy is there, but I think the Arthur Philip is just going to be better than that.
I think there's a lot of unknown, like unknown things about how the combo mechanic actually works. I think when we actually get when we see testing and like actually how it works in like reports and stuff, then we'll get to really see how Attila works. But it also really depends on your armaments, right? Like a lot of people went all in on that cav, like that arch cav. So Arthur Attila might actually end up being like really good. Like if you have the 4 legendary inscription archers and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's the great thing now too. Soon we'll get like these new kinds of stones where you can swap your special inscriptions to other formations. So it's gonna be nice having that.
Okay, wait. So Victor, no. So I'm pretty sure you only people in KVK2. So okay, let's say this event right now is happening. Like it'll happen whatever time. That's a one-time event for everyone. Okay. Like everyone in terms of like you will have that one-time event, and that's gonna be it. So we're like us as players are only gonna have the event once. Then from now, anyone that enters KVK2 will get the event popped at the end of KVK2 before 3.
Yeah.
Or start of 3, I forgot. But yeah, at that time.
So it's only once off, even for new players, so nobody's getting like double perks. Yeah.
It's interesting that they're doing it. Wait, is it timing for that end of KVK2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They restricted
that's kind of
migration.
Oh wait, so someone said 7 days before season 3.
Yes.
7 days before season 3 for the swap.
Is that weird? That makes sense to me.
No,
I
but
think.
the thing is, you.
Oh no, that doesn't make any sense. You unlock all the sock comms in season 3.
Yeah, so how would you swap?
Oh,
I don't know. We'll see.
That's weird, actually. You're right. That's really weird. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it launches an event where you can recruit SOC commanders in. Oh yeah, true.
Oh,
yeah.
There we go.
Wait.
Problem solved. Problem solved.
I forgot about that detail.
Yeah, I forgot about that as well.
I watched that. Wait. Let's pull that event up because we didn't actually put it on the slides. Oops.
Genius mode. This guy's a beast.
So you could go.
And no, you won't get it again in SOC. So when you swap, you better make sure that you swap properly. No, so Victor, there's going to be an event where you can recruit SOC commanders.
Gathering of Heroes.
Yeah, that's it.
So you could pick a SOC commander from there, unlock them, and swap. Okay, that makes total sense now.
Wait, so how much does it cost to unlock? Like, is it actually doable?
It's like events you have to do. So you have to complete these events. I don't think it's a bundle.
Yeah.
Like you just defeat Barbarian.
Oh, that should be easy then, right? Wait, so how many can you recruit like free to play through this? Is it 1?
I don't know if they're deep.
Or is it 2? Oh, really? Okay. Does anyone know?
I don't know. We'll see. But there's an event, so I'd assume you could unlock 2 commanders pretty easily, no?
I mean, it's just unlocking. Like, it's not that bad, right? Like, they'd probably allow up to 2. I think 2 makes sense. I think 2 makes sense.
Sick. I could finally get my if we get that event, I could finally get my what's his name? Lapu Lapu.
Oh man, extra training march. Let's go.
Oh my.
Okay, do you guys have any other questions you see that you want to address?
Oh yeah, by the way, when if you guys do join our server, make sure to pick up the combat access role. Like for these type of questions, that's like Dom's main domain. So if you want some very nerdy stuff, that's the combat area. This is like it's a special place.
Yeah, most members join, but they don't know they should get the role, so they just see the community chat and then they're like,
yeah.
Where's the good stuff, you know?
Oh wait, I need the role. I need the...
Oh no, but he has Scholar, so he can already see it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I removed combat access. Whoops.
Damn.
This guy's trolling.
That hits hard, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm there. This is super cool. Shout out to Ruz. Did you make this?
Yeah, it took me fucking weeks, man. Me and Dom thought we were originally gonna. We were like, yeah, we'll just do it on Monday in like 2 days. No, it was not. Did not take that long.
This
The
is,
main
like
thing
2
is the
weeks.
commanders channel, man.
yeah,
It was like
that
2
channel
weeks.
looks pretty cool though. Like I was looking at
I
it.
mean, we have like most and every like pretty much every build for every like viable build, right? Not the weird ones for every commander in the game.
Most detailed commander bot you'll find
Yeah.
in Rise.
By far. And they're all like actually tested talent trees. They're not some generic ones just pre-posted.
Except maybe like the green and blue ones, like
Oh yeah, those are yeah. Those
sorry to all of the. Well, when do you use green or blue commanders? That's like.
I mean, it's just the gathering
like,
ones, man.
That's like KVK, like Home Kingdom Civil War for Lost Temple. Like,
The link is posted at the top. It's pinned.
It is pinned. It is the pinned comment. Join the King's Codex. I'll also. Let me go ahead and send the link again here. Just so that you guys could just.
Unusual activity detected.
Hey, that's good. That means that a lot of people are joining. I always get that
That's
during
good.
Farmer or Fighter.
Yeah. Oh, okay, return.
Alrighty, there you go. Do you guys have any final notes before I let you guys go and before we cut things off?
No, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for having us, man. I would just say like with the 10th generation coming out, be very selective how you use your gold heads. Maybe like use the swaps to upgrade your lineup, get Arthur, get that first 10th generation going, and then maybe Philip, and then see what else comes out this year.
There you go. Be careful. Don't spend all your gold heads, because if this is the first 10th generation commander, what could we expect for the next infantry and the next archer commander? Only time will tell. I will probably have these guys on again. If they want to come on again, we'll have them on whenever there's a new commander. It was a pleasure being with you guys. And yeah, do you guys have any Ruz, do you have anything to say, or you gonna just hop on Path of Exile after this?
Oh yeah. No, that's all. That's about it. I mean, I wouldn't be putting heads into anything at this point after seeing this guy. Like, this guy's too broken, man. Like, just swap to him, call it a day, and then wait for the next combo infantry, or yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, appreciate you two. Be sure to join the Discord. Super informative individuals there. I'm trying to see if there's anyone to raid. I don't see anyone streaming right now. So, all right. We'll catch you guys later. And yeah, see ya.